Hello students, hello world, Dr. K here. I want to come at you today with a video about spirographs. Spirograph math art project. This is something I created in Desmos. This is a Desmos activity. Any teacher can use it. It's public. I made it and I threw it out there. It's one of my favorite activities as a child, spirographs, and I want to digitize it and show some beautiful math concepts out of it. So it screens like this. Let me go ahead and show you the first screen. Let's make it big. In the very first screen, I just ask students, for example, have you heard of spirographs? Yes, no. And if they say yes or they say no, they just explain their thinking. We can share with the class. That's really just an intro screen. Second screen, this is the cool part. Okay, check this out. There's an outer ring right here, an outer ring, and I specifically chose a very composite number, a very highly composite number of 240 teeth. There is the inner ring, and you see I can change the size of the teeth, and let's go with a number that, for example, let's say 1/2 of it. So let's say 120. And then the other setting is this right here. It's where I put the pencil. Where I put the pencil. So for example, if I put the pencil right at the center, this number here represents 0. This is a ratio. That means right at the center. If I stick it out, for example, 0.5, that means it's 1/2 of the radius in that direction. And if it goes all the way to 1, that means that I put the pencil right at the very end, right there, right at the very end. Of course, physically that would be difficult to do, but luckily we have created this digitally, and with digitally we could do anything. And notice I can go in the other direction, and so it goes all the way from 0 right here. That means the pencil is right at the center, all the way to the other end. So let's start with some nominal cases or trivial cases. Let's say right here. Let's say right here. Okay, so let's see. The bigger gear, the inner gear, is 240, highly composite number. I picked that on purpose. The smaller gear is 120, and the pencil is right in the middle. If we click try it, what do you think will happen? Okay, let's try it. Oh, we just get a circle. That's very interesting. Okay, well, Dr. K, how about we shift this a little bit? For example, any direction. Let's say 0.34. So 0.34 of the radius. Let's see, what do you think will happen this way? Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? We got an oval. Oh, Dr. K, I can't wait to try this way. What if we go in this direction? I just picked anything. In this case, it's 0.45 on the radius in the other direction. Let's see, what do we think will happen? Ho ho, so interesting. So look at that. A lot of things happen when it's exactly 120 and 240, so exactly 1/2. Dr. K, I want to go to the extreme cases. Let's go all the way to 1. Imagine, I'm putting the pencil right at the end. What do we think will happen? Oh, look at that. It's just a horizontal line. And I bet you're already thinking what we will do if we put the pencil all the way at the very end. Last time we got a horizontal line. What do you think we'll get this time? Again, this is a playground. You play. And math is fun by just discovering. Last time we got a horizontal line. What do we think we're going to get this time? A vertical line. Perfect, perfect, very nice. Okay, that's a trivial case. Now, Dr. K, how about if we don't go with 120, but let's go with a number that is, let's say something that's divisible very nicely. So let's go, for example, with 80. Let's try 80. Okay, so what am I thinking? Why 80? Well, 80 is 1/3 of 240, right? And let's say I put the pencil back in the center at 0. What do we think will happen? Best thing to do is just try it, right? Let's see what happens. Ho, ho, ho. We just get a circle. Oh, Dr. K, I know. Let me just fix it, change it to something else. Let's say 0.65 of the radius in that direction. Let's see what happens now. Very interesting. Remember, 80, 240. So we expect something has to do with 3 because it's a ratio. Let's try this. Oh my goodness, you see, we got that 3. What if we go in the other direction? Very, very interesting. Okay, I think we're onto something here. Dr. K, I think we're onto something. Let's go to, let's say 60. Let's say 60. So the inner gear has 60 teeth. The outer gear, or well, sorry, let me fix that. The inside gear, which is an outside which has outer teeth. The inner gear, which has outer teeth, has 60. The outer gear, which has inner teeth, has 240. And let's see what happens now. We expect to think of the ratio between 6 and 240, right? So we expect something that has to do with 4. That's our prediction. Let's see if it's right. And it is right. And if we go in the other direction, again, very, very, very interesting. But Dr. K, what if we put the pencil right at the extreme? What happens now? Oh, wow. Look at that. That is that diamond, kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers diamond, right? And if we put the pencil at the other extreme, I know I'm going fast. I'm not trying to explain anything. I'm just trying to show you what a cool tool this is. See that? It's just shifted, rotated 45 degrees. Okay, let's continue. Let's go, let's make the gear really bigger, and let's pick a number that's also divisible in some way. So let's say 180. Again, 180 and 240. There's a connection between them. You know, and neither of them are prime numbers. Let's see, if we put it right, the pencil right in the center, what do we think will happen? Circle, no surprise. And if we shift the pencil a little bit to any number, let's see, what do we think will happen now? Oh, now we're getting these beautiful patterns. You see that? Now we're getting these beautiful patterns. There's a lot of math that tells us how many revolutions this inside gear has to go until the pencil goes back to its starting position. There's a math involved in there. I won't bother you with this right now, but there's more that you could learn. I really just want you to have fun and make art with this. Let's go all the way, for example, over here. Let's see what happens. Again, you see, there's a lot of activities that you could do. Now, final point. Let's just go with some prime numbers. Let's just go with some number that is purposefully so, or just numbers that not really are divisible. So for example, let's say 97, right? I believe that's a prime, right? 97 is a prime. And let's go something like this, and let's see what happens. And now it really does its magic of what we expect to do, what we expect to see with spirographs. This is childhood memories right here. And that's when we expect to see. And at some point we expect that it'll wrap over. But it's going to go a long, long, long time. There's so much math involved. I've just given you a very, very, very small taste. There's so much to go here. This is going to go a long time. This part of the video I might have to speed up. Okay, and now we covered the whole thing. So it just takes a long time for the pencil to go back to its starting position. So much that we can do here. I just want you to have fun with this. Let's go with more numbers that not necessarily related, and we can have so much cool, nice patterns that would just go and give us something very, very beautiful. Again, create your own spirograph. There's so much we can do digitally above and beyond, more than what we could do physically, because you know the pencil slips, the paper slips, our hands slip, but at least we have the tool right here. The rest of the screens, any teacher can use them as you see fit. And you know, I try to do some activities here where you have to fill in and try to think of numbers, and there's coloring, and then there's you answer some questions. What answer the special cases. But it's not about that. Math is not about that. Math is all about playing and having fun. It's like a playground. Be like a child in a playground. Create your own spirograph. This is also something that you can, if you're a teacher or a student even, and you're trying to edit this activity, feel free. You can copy it and edit it. This is all free. There's nothing proprietary here. Again, my name is Dr. K. I love math. I love all sorts of math. And I'll give you a hint. Outside my office right now, I actually have physical spirographs, and students and clients come over and just sit there and color, and I'll show you that. And it's amazing. Never stop learning.